was this guy. I was sitting at the fountain yesterday, and he approached me, and he was like, "I'm a drunk. Don't mind me." I was like, "No judgment." He looked at me with this interrogating look, and he said, "Kids, something about kids, and they should always be safe," or something like that. And I just was like, "What? Like, what are you talking about? Why is that just directed towards me? As if you know something about me I don't know." And then there was this other girl that approached, and she had blue hair, and she put a smile on his face. And he was like, "I like your hair." He was like, "I hate your hair," but he was saying in a way of, being fun, being joking, like joking, and was like, "I love it, I love it," you know. I was like, "What did I do to you?" Some stuff you just don't know. Like, I don't know what I do to people to make them feel like they already hate me off the rip. Like, I don't know what I did to you, but I'm just living my life every single day. There was no reason to basically project some type of aggression onto me, but then you wonder why people feel the way they feel when it's not like equal. You're not treating me equally to the next person. You don't know that person, yet you complimented her and you made her feel accepted. You don't know me, but you basically vented onto me however you was feeling in that way negatively. You treated me negative towards the situation as if I did something to you. And you treated her positive towards the situation as if she made you feel that way. Maybe it's about how I feel. Maybe not. Maybe people just do this just to make you feel down or put you down, and then the person that's feeling down, they take it upon themselves to bring them up. Maybe I made that girl feel some type of way to where she felt upset, and he felt like he had to do what he had to do to make her feel better about herself, and put me down because I was feeling good about myself. Like, why do people feel like they can do that to other people? They hurt people just because they are assuming something about a situation, trying to play the discipline role in life to everybody else, only to hurt them because they assume another person's hurt and they feel like they want to play karma, or they want to be karma in the situation. Make a problem out of nothing. And if there is a problem, that person don't even know, but y'all take it in. Y'all do it. Y'all take it and y'all do with what y'all want to do, to hurt another person, despite what they're already going through. You feel like you got to be that superhero to the situation, that villain towards the situation. I don't know you, but I'm going to help you. And if I feel like this person is attacking you, or you feel like this person is attacking you, I'm going to attack this person. Just because y'all want to. Feel like y'all got to play karma role to everybody and anybody. Y'all don't even know nobody's life, but y'all assume y'all know that person based off of everybody else. It's like a message in a bottle, or that, not even a message in a bottle. It's like a whisper and go, like, "Oh yeah, this person did this," and then you take that and you run with it, and you keep passing on, you keep passing on, and then that person comes into a situation not knowing what's wrong, and everybody's treating that person like they did something wrong and they never did, but y'all just judging them based off of what another person said. And y'all just assuming for what it's not, and y'all attacking and y'all hurting this person for no reason. Y'all giving other people credit for what other people do. Y'all tell people stories that's not true, and it may be another person's story, but you take it upon yourself to make it another person's story just so they can hurt because you don't want to feel that way. You rather be in another person's shoes and take all their confidence because you're afraid of walking in your own shoes. It should be a law to walk in your own shoes, no matter what. To not steal somebody else's joy because of how you feel. To not assume what somebody else is going through, or not try to play hero to a situation, giving you the right to be the villain, giving you the power to be the villain. People aren't transparent, and because they aren't transparent, this is what happens. Why does this person have to hurt? Because you're afraid of being hurt. And a lot of people lie. They lie to get out of something, instead of being accountable and accepting the consequences of their actions. They choose their battles, but they choose battles that can protect them rather than them fighting. He kept asking my son, "Something wrong? You okay?" I was thinking to myself, "Is something wrong? Are you okay?" My son enjoying his time. He loving a vibe. You're the one acting like you have the problem. You're the one drunk. And I wouldn't say blame it on alcohol in this situation, because it was more than just the alcohol. I didn't even think he was drunk for real. He may not have been drunk, but he blamed it on the alcohol just to make it seem like he was drunk, because he's embarrassed or he's ashamed of how he truly is. I don't think he was drunk. I think he was just ashamed. Or maybe he was pretending. That's the type of person you'll never know. You know? Sometimes you're in situations that remind you of, oh yeah, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And then you're put into a situation like, I don't want this, I don't want that. You know, everything is a reminder, everything is a reflection, everything is a lesson, a message. Okay, I know what you like. Now it's time to get to know what you don't like. The only good thing about it is that in the midst of what I was feeling, I wasn't alone, because exactly how I was feeling is what everybody in that moment was expressing. There's a place for everything, even emotions. So when the universe guides you in a certain direction, and you follow, not knowing what you're walking into, and sometimes you can just be walking right into that mirror. You just sit there and you're like, okay, just gotta accept it. Stop being in denial. Try not to be in denial. If you know you're in denial, if you don't know you're in denial, allow God to help you. Allow the universe to guide you. And just be still. It's hard to be still. It's definitely hard to be still. It used to be easy for me to be still, until it wasn't. Until it became difficult. Until I liked moving more than being still. That's the thing about me. No matter how much my feet hurt, I'm still moving. And sometimes I think about it's only because I'm running from how I feel. You don't run just because you fear. That's where a lot of people are still stuck too. They stuck because when y'all was young, y'all ran away from situations because y'all was afraid. You can run away out of fear, but that fear doesn't have to be fear of being attacked. You're running away from a feeling that you don't know. You don't understand. You're running away from what's strange, like a stranger. You're running away from a stranger. A feeling you don't understand. So you run away, and once you start to you run away, but no matter how much you don't understand or what's strange to you, you keep coming back to that situation because you have no other choice. Where else do you go? Where else can you go? When your safe zone becomes that strange place as well, who do you turn to? Who can you talk to? It's a hard life. It's a hard life because in the midst of being attacked, you don't have no one to protect you. You can only lean on yourself. And you can keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and you become that monster, or you become that lion in a cage, because that's what they turned you into. That's what they made of you. They conditioned you to be that attacker. And once upon a time, you was just that little lion cub, innocent, wonderful, curious, spontaneous. And now you're constantly being forced to attack and to attack and to attack. Constantly. Because that's where you're at. Because of where you're at. Now everybody see you as that attacker. And then they feel like you gotta attack back, but they don't know your story. They don't care to get to know your story. They just feel like, oh yeah, she's attacking, so I'm gonna attack too. And I'm gonna fight back, and I'm gonna fight back when on me. You're not really wanting to fight. You just want another way to express yourself without fighting. But they want you to fight, and they pressure you to fight. No matter how tired you are. And all you know is that you don't break down during a fight. you don't. You don't start crying while you're fighting. No. That's what you don't do. So you keep it together and you hold it together. On the outside, you're breaking. And you're falling apart. As you're winning this fight, you're losing. Because this person that you're fighting, maybe you're losing on the outside, but you're losing on the inside because you're attacking that person externally while you're also attacking yourself internally. So y'all both hurt. And y'all both lost. You know? Life is like a dog fight. You know? Some situations it's like a dog fight. Specifically where I'm at. It's always been that way. I remember being in Warren, and we was all sitting outside, and it was all these different pit bulls. Everybody was showing off their dogs and stuff. And all I could think was like, all I could think about was, reflect. Every time I was reflecting on that moment. Just brings me back to those dogs in the fence, and you have them fight, and you bet. They bet on their dogs. This dog about to fight and win me some money. No matter how they feel, that dog is only trying to survive. That dog is trying to stay alive. And all you're doing is ending their life sooner than it's supposed to be. Trying, at least. That's what you want. No one can actually just truly be, you know? There's always something for something. It's never something for nothing or nothing for nothing. And the person that's the one to with the takeaway, like the person with the idea of taking, or that person with the idea of I want something out of this, is always the one that's satisfied with the situation. Or you can tell it was in their intention all along. Because a person that wants nothing for nothing, or nothing out of something, or don't care about that, and it's not really what it's about, that person is the one with no reaction to what happened. It's always a person with the reaction that had that intention all along. People are so secretive. Too secretive to the point where transparency can only heal you. I've come so far away from being secretive. I've come so far to the point where I can't even be around you without feeling awkward because you're being secretive. Like, I came a long way from this. I can't be this way with you or around you. So I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. And I'm gonna talk less because that's what you're doing. Even though you don't treat me the same way as everybody else, I still feel as though you're treating me the same way as everyone else. When you tell me everything and then you hold your tongue when you come around somebody else, as if it's a secret. This world is not a secret. Nothing that you keep you should hold, because it's not yours. That purple headlights. I just realized that. The people who keep secrets, though, they don't bother me. They don't make me feel a certain way or anything. I just can't be around you too long. That's all. And I can be around you because I can be around. That's the thing about learning how to be comfortable to uncomfortable situations. You know, I've learned to be uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations. I can be around you. It's just that if I'm around you too long, the secret that you're hiding is going to be revealed through me. So if you don't want it to be revealed, then you better get me out of that situation. Because if they ask and I tell, then you're going to feel some type of way. And I'm not talking about personal secrets. I'm talking about like secrets that can help other people, as in, oh yeah, I got this job, I got this place over here, I know where this place is. I'm not keeping no places from nobody. If they need help towards getting to somewhere, but this person is holding out on information because they feel like if they hold out on information, they're gonna go a long way. They're gonna get it. It's gonna be for me if I keep it from you. That type of secret. And put some grass in this headlight. Make it look like there's grass in the headlight. I don't even look like a headlight. This one kind of look like a headlight because it reflects a little bit of yellow, but I can just always top this off, this whole color that I just colored off with yellow, just to show that there's some brightness in here. I'm gonna just mix yellow in with all of this, just make it brighter. And that's the good thing about having a white crayon handy as well, so we're gonna brighten that up because that is light. Brighten this up. They just dark headlights. This headlight look. This headlight looks it's like it works. I can't find my black. If I have my black, I color this black like this headlight don't work. Boom. Hopefully I can go through the page. Okay. And even if I did, it's white, so. Alright. The one headlight is brighter than the other. These are two different headlights. That's just what we're gonna run with right now. So yeah. My weakness is giving my heart out. You know, even though I'm not loving a situation, whatever situation I'm in, I don't have to have a love towards that situation. It's just a love that's inside of me or a feeling that's inside of me that's just too emotional. We disguise that. We name that emotion love. So at the end of the day, that's where that anger kind of manifests from. You know, when you name this emotion that's inside of you. Oh yeah, you know, I'm listening to this song and then this song got me feeling like, oh my gosh, you know, I love this song. At the end of the day, we have captivated love to the point where we have captured love to the point where we feel like it's ours. And if we don't feel that moment anymore, that moment is gone or lost. We feel like we lost something. And that's when we start getting angry towards the situation. You be like, you know what? I'm going to go back and get what's mine. You know? And it makes you angry inside because you're stuck in that illusion. You're stuck in that mindset that this was mine. This emotion was mine. This feeling was mine and it's gone. Where did it go? It wasn't yours. And not only was it not yours, you didn't know what the feeling was in the first place because we have been conditioned to believe that love is love. Love, what is love? What is that feeling you're feeling? Why? What is that? What is it? Like, kind of just dissect what that feeling is. And once you dissect what that feeling is, you can hold on to it. But you can't hold on to something that you don't know. If that feeling don't know you and you haven't really understood that feeling, you haven't sat and got to know that feeling is going to go away and keep going away because you don't even know what that feeling is. You just know that feeling feels good. That feeling feels comfortable. That feeling feels like, oh my gosh, my world is perfect. That's what that feeling is. When it goes away, you don't know what left you. You just know it's gone. Let's say if you was to treat that feeling as a being. Treat that feeling as life. Treat that feeling as you can see it. Not see it, but treat that feeling as if it is a plant. You know? It's kind of hard to explain. This is how we treat that feeling. We objectify the feeling. Maybe. Thinking out loud at this point. But yeah, you know what a mess is? A mess is anger. A mess is revenge. And that's what I don't like. You know? I don't like messy situations. I'm OCD when it comes to anger. People with anger issues, or they're doing certain things for revenge, or they're playing get back, tick for tat. That's making life messy. You know. When I say reflection is real, y'all, self-reflection, we don't say it for no reason. There's a lot of people that's pushing self-reflection on a lot of people. You know? Self-reflection is a requirement. It's required in life because if you don't self-reflect, you will project and you will be like a volcano erupting in a peaceful place. You'll be like that missile for destruction constantly. Self-reflection is key. and you don't want to do it because it's too much work. You don't have time. It don't fit your lifestyle nowadays. It never fit your lifestyle. You never had experience of self-reflection, so you don't know how to go about it. And even if you do, you can't see yourself doing so. Then start doing gratitude. Start doing acts of gratitude. Start working with what you know. Common courtesy, that type of stuff. It's only baby steps towards the situation. But it's not a rush. You don't have to rush. Just start. You don't have to finish, because once you got your intention set on, oh yeah, this is what I want. Write it on the paper, write it down, jot it down. Jot down gratitude. Jot down self-reflection. And guess what that self-reflection or that gratitude note is saying? It's a prayer to God. Guide me. Jot down gratitude. Jot down, guide me. If you don't know what to do, just write it down and just leave it there. And write it down every single day. If you really, 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 really want to change, or you want some type of change to happen in your life and you don't know how to go about it, jot it down, jot it down, jot it down. And keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Like you're knocking on that door constantly. Like this is what some people can do if they don't know how to pray. They don't know how to do certain stuff or go about certain situations that they have no experience of. Do what you know. Right? Nah. That's what you're doing when you're writing. You're doing this. You're knocking on that door. You're knocking, knocking, knocking. Eventually that door will be open to you. Just gotta have some type of, attempt. Just attempt. I told someone yesterday, I was like, I want a mushroom. Because since I don't smoke weed and I don't like liquor, and my only go-to would be vapes. To kind of get away from them, like to kind of get away or experience not the same experience, but to have some type of escape. If you don't drink liquor and you don't smoke weed, you don't do cigarettes, I want to do a shroom. A mushroom would be my go-to. Like I do want experience with like mushrooms in general, just to see if they have the same effect. But obviously they don't, but they probably do. And you get you a mushroom, not cooked, not processed, and just experience it for what it is. I just got an idea. But yeah. I was like, I want to try it. What's the big deal? Like, not more so of what's the big deal about a mushroom, but I want to treat a mushroom as if I was smoking a weed, like I smoked weed, you know? The best way I can describe it, the most truthful way I can describe it. I just felt like my experience, my life is more so of that, you know? I like this shroom better. Mushroom. I like this mushroom better. I keep saying shroom. I like this mushroom better. But I do want to blend this color. I don't know what to blend it with yet though. Maybe it come to me later on. So yeah, that's my little talk for right now. And we will talk again another time because I don't know what I just did there. So, yeah. Maybe we'll continue where we left off on another day. Grand Rising. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share to own free will to show you. Hi.